What's up, everybody? Casey Martin here, Martin & Associates, eXp Realty. I am joining the one, the only Steve Hassani today. And the reason we did this impromptu meeting and decided to record it and post it on Facebook and let all of our raving fans know about it is because it could save you a lot of money. So I felt like this was something that definitely needed to get pushed out there right away. There was definitely a sense of urgency. And so that's why we're recording this video and sending it out to all of our clients. A little background on Steve Hassani. He and I have been working together for years. He did my last several mortgages, refinances. He's tried and proven. That's why we partnered up on him. Partnered up with him, excuse me. He has some of the best rates and terms that I haven't seen anyone else be able to beat. And then he sends me an email today and he goes, dude, you got to get this out there right now. I got this new program, 2.5% to 3% right now. And my understanding is that it's getting ahead of where rates are going to be 6 months from now. Everyone's anticipating the rates to continue to go down. And so when the Fed dropped the rate to 0, everyone was calling us, right? And they were like, hey, does that mean I can get a 0% interest rate on my loan, or 2%, 2.5%? And we had to say, well, no, not until the inventory gets dealt with. So they're kind of hedging their bets, getting in front of the inventory on these loans, and they're offering 2.5% to 3%. Is that right, Steve?
Absolutely. Yeah, 2.5% to 3.5% on conventional loans, and it's a regular Fannie Mae loan.
Okay. So explain to the people out there, what is a conventional loan?
Conventional loans are loans that are, backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and they are usually, it's a regular 30-year fix on government-owned loans, and they have a conventional loan limit in San Diego is right now is about $510,400, and the jumbo is $701 right now. So we do have a limit on the loan amount on this program.
And what is that limit on this program?
The limit is right now San Diego County $701,400.
So you can finance up to $701,400.
I'm sorry, $701,500 up to $701,500. Exactly.
So as long as the amount financed is below that amount, you can do this loan here at 2.5% to 3%.
You got it.
That's amazing. So what kind of credit requirements are we talking about here?
It follows the regular Fannie Mae guidelines. So you got to have a 640 and up FICO score. And obviously, as your credit is better, the pricing gets better. Obviously, with the fees is a lot less. Meaning, like eventually, you can get a 2.99% on this program with 0 points whatsoever. If you have a
0 points.
If you have
let me
credit
ask you this:
700 above.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Steve. You're not going to throw in a free appraisal on top of it all for all my clients, like you always do on top of it, are you?
Not, I don't. It depends. Let's see how we can do it. Yeah.
As you know,
this
is
tough,
something
man.
that Steve and I have offered for quite some time is free appraisal.
We are actually discounting the rate quite a bit with discount points to offer this program.
Okay. Well, I think I'm still going to hold you to it, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there right now. So yeah. An appraisal, as long as we can, as long as you end up going through with the loan right now, okay. We're going to help them out. Okay, Steve?
All right, you got it.
All right. There you go. See, I'm fighting for you guys, and so is Steve. All right. So this is available on purchases only or purchases and refinances?
Purchases and refinances.
Come on.
Absolutely.
So but you're telling me.
The only caveat is that on refinances, it cannot be a cash out.
Okay. No cash out.
It has to be low. It has to benefit the borrower as lowering their rate. It's rate and term only.
Okay.
What I mean by term, the beauty about it is you can have anywhere from an 8-year fix loan up to 30-year fix. meaning that you can reduce your terms of your loan. We can customize this term any which way you want. You can have a 15-year fix, 18-year fix, 13-year fix, whatever you want.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That really is amazing. I've never seen rates this low with that flexible of actual terms as well.
Exactly. So some people always worry about, hey, I already paid off 10 years into my mortgage. I said, okay, no problem. I don't want to go back to a 30-year mortgage. Hey, we got a 20-year fix. Hey, with reducing with the payment that you're paying right now, by reducing your interest rate, we can get you a 15-year fix, knock another 5 years off of your 20-year fix, and save you more money.
That's incredible. That's a really good option, because that is a lot of times kind of a choke point there with our clients, is that they say, hey, you know, I've been paying on this thing 5 years and I'm starting to actually be making some payments on my principal. So you can get a much lower rate and still refinance into a 25-year or a 20-year or whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want.
Speed up the payments and reduce the amount of interest.
Whatever.
So that's fantastic. So, okay, but you can't do a cash out refinance, but what we do have the option of doing is going, and what I did recently is I did a home equity line of credit. You don't do those personally, Steve, I know, but this is something that you can easily do through a credit union. Is usually the best deal on these. Is that correct?
Actually, yes, and we do have cash out options at 4.99 as a second loan. And right now, we're offering, one of my investors is offering that at 4.99 cash out options at fixed rate, not at adjustable, fixed rate.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so a lot of times I combo this loan with a cash out option, meaning we do the first on this program, and then we can tag on a second at the same time on top of this for the cash out.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So that's an option for you guys. There's other options out there. I strongly am encouraging all of my clients right now to be sitting on some dry powder. If you haven't heard that term used before, dry powder is cash. Cash is gonna be king coming up over the next several years as opportunities start to present themselves. I really believe that we're gonna be in a great position. The people that have equity in their houses, whether or not you just want to maintain that equity in your houses and have a lower payment, or if you want to take the time right now and have some money sitting on the sidelines for opportunities that may or may not present themselves over the next several years.
Absolutely.
So cool. So no cash out. It's got to be owner occupied, correct?
Got to be owner occupied or second home. So if you have a second home, a cabin or something like that in Lake Arrowhead or Lake Tahoe, that qualifies.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. So what haven't we covered on this, Steve?
What we haven't covered is that our underwriting time on this program is right now it's 24 hours. So we're averaging about 11 to 12 days on these to clear to close.
It in that amount of time?
Submission to close closing it. A submission to clear to close about 12 days.
12 days.
Yeah. Whereas
That's
everybody else, banks and credit unions and all that, they're taking about 60 days, 90 days because of this COVID.
That's amazing, man.
Yep.
That's amazing. So just to give people out there an idea of what would you say on average? Let's just say that in a perfect scenario, someone's got perfect credit, they meet all these guidelines, you get them 2.5%. That same perfect credit, the same every, part of the aspect of the scenario, debt to income, credit, all that. So what would their rate normally be?
Normally it would be about three. Right now it's averaging about 3.375.
Wow. So almost a whole point.
Right now, with everybody else's regular conventional Fannie Mae loans, without the discount points that we're paying on these hedge loans, it's about 3.25 to 3.375.
That's incredible, man.
Right?
I mean, I think you and I are maybe even going to be having a conversation after this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, man.
I do. There is a property qualification on this thing because they want prime loans. So I just have to run that property address on the qualification on this program. But I haven't seen any I mean, San Diego's pretty much all good. They're just very picky on certain states.
Yeah, right. So what would make something not a prime property, Steve?
I think more of a rural area, if you got more than acres, or if you're off the 10 to 20 miles away from the city limits, counties.
Okay. Yeah. So most of these homeowners and people that we're working with are not that.
I don't
far
think
out
it
there.
should be any problems.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's worth plugging in your address and seeing.
Absolutely,
what happens.
absolutely. Just reach out, and I'll be more than happy to just plug in the address and just go over and give you a quick price on it.
Awesome. So the reason, like I said, Steve is one of our preferred lenders. We always give options to people for their loans, and we always put you up against other people, competitors, and you always seem to they always seem to end up wanting to work with you because, number one, you've got the most aggressive rate and terms and a lot of different products to choose from to match the person and their credit profile and their circumstances. But number two, because you get the deal done. And as you know, there's been a lot of competition in properties. And so we've been able to put your pre-approval letters up against the best agents in San Diego and still get our offers accepted. And that's because you stand behind your products and you stand up behind your ability to close. So we appreciate that and everything you're doing there at First Liberty, especially for all of my my firefighter family, my law enforcement family, my military families out there. You're taking good care of us. So how do you get a hold of Steve? Send me a text message, 619-573-4258, or give me a call on that number, 619-573-4258, and I will put you in contact immediately with Steve and see if this is something that you guys can qualify for and save some money.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Hey, thanks for chatting with me, Steve.
You got it. Anytime. Thanks, Casey. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Have a good one. Take care.
Bye.